Look at the rotations, though. You've already got a player at the lower bomb site, Nickelback, and Lucky trying to draw them in. Does this angle get checked? They just walk straight past. 1-for-1 trade comes through, and Lucky's now playing out from Old Toxic.
Kill from Forrester, dealing with the core. Rops and Frozen, last two standing. 30 seconds left for Winstrike just to hold off on the back line. They've got the bomb in their control as well, so there's really not much that Mousesports can do. They will fight valiantly, but they'll fight in vain, I guess. Indeed, the kill comes in for Forrester, and Rops also loses life. First round of the board of Winstrike. Big start for the CT side. But no Kevlar, no utility. Fast rush in, go for the vent dive. Incendiaries will try to do some damage. The nades also supporting with the thermal spray. SMG as well for Crowd, getting even more money out of Rops. And the bomb being dropped in the vents area basically leaves nothing left in the round for Mousesports. Traded, if not taken down immediately by the Winstrike side. Of course, just drawing their attention to the outside presence. Trying to go for wall bangs, a decent effort, but in the end, not going to work out. A Lion gets the kill, and now BMAS seen there by a Lion, seen by Crad. Bursts through with the M4, will do its damage. Crad just hunting for the final SMG kill. A Lion steals it away. And it is going to be a flawless round for Winstrike. You're right. 3-0. Start out. Mousesports up to the bye.
HE just coming through a little bit too early, and actually that simple little bit of util is actually going to drive the T's back up, and Alliance just seeing so much of this information, doesn't need to overextend for this angle, give himself a little bit of a tight one to work with, and Crad, he's going to be the undetected element, but Bemis wins him to the fight and gets the entry up towards Heaven from Dexter.
4-on-2 situation. Lucky spotted out, tapped up by Frozen and Nickelback. This should be defender now, just left as the lone man to survive. See if he can grab one of the AKs or one of the M4s that were dropped elsewhere on the map, but definitely not a retake here for this City player. No kits in, no smokes. Grab an M4, actually. That's a good call. Just rotate away with it, but they probably might be aware. Yeah, the Orb's watching the angle. A caught. Simple kill. First round of the board of Mousesports. Trying to look to the left where Rops is going to reface against the core. They heard the scope. The smoke comes down. Shoulder caught. That's going to be a frag. Still doesn't see the second player, though. Rops is still out there. Lackey gets a deagle shot on Dexter. Actually, this is still on the table. This has actually come up through the table for Winstrike. 50 seconds to go. Mousesports still down to 2. They do catch off a Lion, though.
That's a big overpeak, and now they've lost Nickelback outside. They don't really need to be pushing the fight like that after they've got a couple of kills, and this round is now recoverable. Are they going to check Forrester's position up towards Mustang, though?
Taps through the AKs. BMAS not checking position. That bomb gets dropped. Big kill for Forrester. Doubling up. Can he make it a triple? No. Rops gets 1 and 2. And now it's all left to a 1v1. Where's Lackey at? Coming in from Heaven. Rops has no idea. So he's going to play the passive, careful style. Bomb's going to get picked up here and planted by Rops. Seen there towards the site, tap through. He thinks he's in heaven. Lucky's already made his way up the rafters. When does he drop down? When does he take face? Here's the footsteps open for him. That is going to be a clutch for Lucky and a big win for Winstrike.
Hey guys, check out Gamdom. Gamdom is a website where you can play plenty of different games, such as Crash, Roulette, and one of my favorite games, Hilo, where I have to guess what kind of a card rolls next. Here, as an example, I bet $20 that the next card will be either King or an Ace, and multiplied my money by 6. On Gamdom, you can deposit and withdraw with crypto, bank cards, PayPal, and of course skins. Gamdom has huge skins inventory, so once you made a profit and want to withdraw, you will definitely find a skin you really like. So make sure to check out Gamdom with the link in the description and use code VLADO to get your bonus.
Yeah, that's well done for Nickelback not to give up that opening trade, because there were positions that the T's were looking like they wanted to try and swing, and they've even pushed aggressively out towards ramp. Frozen takes the jewel, brings it back. Now Crad gets aggressive. They're pushing everywhere.
4v3, Rops sees 2 players, they line up for him. Forrester does find a trade real quick, but Crowd and Nickelback have fallen in turn, and now they're making their way closer towards the site. A Lion with the AWP, starting to peek, does not see BMAS. Forrester looks on. Oh, the shot misses out for the AWPer. Flick back, second face also does not go well. Forcing BMAS to rotate is going to hear that vent dive, but of course just going to watch off, counteract the CTs that will come in to try and go for the vent rotation. He peeks in against Forrester, drops him. A Lion to face closer. The bomb plump will go down towards the B site, and a core just wins the fight easy. A Lion. Frozen creeping up towards the outside control, just casually going for it. Rops catching Crad in the face.
No way! What?
Okay, he was bailed out. Forrester was able to get the kills together. That was a very, very awkward situation, though, for a moment. Mousesports Quick plays into the A site, dealt with well enough here by Winstrike. Still got players close range. Frozen does peek on one, but a core dealt with by Crad, so it's all on Frozen in a 1 versus 4. Tapping through to the Heaven player, desperate to get a headshot in, but Lackey gets his frag of the round. Grab with the M4 wrapping over, trying to see if he can evade the headshot position. Are they ready for this? No, Frozen is not, but a core can respond very quickly. AWP, meanwhile, seeing where BMAS is. Flashbang evaded, it's going to turn away from it, look back up. Alliance desperate to find a kill on this player back here, or anybody else for the T-side for that matter, but they're not giving him the opportunity. Mousesports holding back passive, starting to make their way in towards main. Finally, BMAS goes down, and there's 2 players left lining up for Forrester. A core can find the trade, but now needs to 1v3 clutch this. Needs to get the bomb as well here. 20 seconds. Got to get applied to the A site.
Now, Lions come on a relatively quick rotation out towards that Heaven position and is making noise. The other teammate of Lucky's in that lower bomb side that needs to either come up from the vents or out towards its secret position, making a little bit of noise, getting that sound cue over. Acor interested on exactly how the play is, but it's all a little bit of a distraction to force the AWP round to the open. A big shot coming through from Acor, but not quite the second. Lucky going to be able to bring it together to find a clutch to come through for the CT side. They're just getting spam everywhere. Acor's been able to find a big window of opportunity, though. Walk out with the AWP, look up towards the Heaven position, or not. There was a chance there for a pick for the CTs, and Forrester's slow walking.
Oh, not again. Not again, Forrester. So close to taking BMAS. Crad will take him down at the edge of the smoke, so the kill comes in anyway. 2 casualties. Frozen does find Crad in the end. Swing back on Forrester. Get 2 kills to trade back to 3 versus 3. Flashes the Molotovs coming in. AWP caught with knife in hand. And Frozen single-handedly forces the round back into Mousesports' favor. Looking for the quadra. He gets it on Lackey. And a core closes down Nickelback. So Mousesports will just about claim the T-side half of Nuke.
Yeah, Rops could get some really good timing here, but it could also work out completely wrong. Can he drop that bomb? Oh, no! He waits for a little bit too long, and Crad checks his backline. 5 on 3. The CTs have been able to take lobby, but the kills keep coming through. Another tap in from that P250. A tied-up scoreline at 8-8, and you've got to wonder, too, that for Mousesports, like, are they even going to get hunted here by Lackey? He's going to at least try it.
Won't lose much if they go for the aggressive face, but not to be. Look out to the outskirts here of the site. Catch Nickel back, misses shots. Eventually Frozen comes up from Dark, gets that 1 frag. The trades are still good here for the T side. So the bomb plant can be secured. Dexter left as the next player to deny. Can he swing back on Crowd at the right moment? He can drop him to a 3 versus 3. So Mousesports holding a decent amount of damage, but the trades are still good for Winstrike.
Yeah, they're going to try and get that bomb down once again. Crate shot comes out from Acor up towards decontamination. And now Bemis is coming in from that exact same angle. A chance for him to be able to pick up a weapon. Has got that MP9 and Acor's just pulling distractions. Lucky's getting forced out to the open and even taking damage up from Acor. But Alliance got his back and he's got his crossfire. All comes down to the Dane to try and see if he can get this clutch together. And time is an issue. No kit for Acor to try and work with. And for Winstrike, they're just not peeking at all. 1 player out towards double doors, 1 out from single. And Acor's just hoping. He's hoping for a peek, and it's just not coming out at all. Eventually, he's going to have to go down towards the site, try and save onto the AK, but Lucky's there ready for him. A lead back now in favour of Winstrike. And Mousesports with the force. There was moments, but it wasn't a victory.
Takes that damage, not quite that kill. Look at how close he gets, meanwhile. They have no idea. Oh my god, this could be huge. This could be huge. He's going to peek forward. Ops against his sees. Lucky gets that transfer on for the 3. No, Nickelback trades it, but the Orb, of course, sees him coming. Can't get a 4 versus 3. Forrester comes back to the back lines and gets his own luck involved. 2 on 2, but they're on the bomb. No T-side player can deny it. The AK's going to swing now. Alliance going down, and Mousesports still come up trumps despite the best efforts. That nade's not good enough, and they steal one from Winstrike. Relatively soon. AK's up, flash turned away from Rock, trying to get out of dodge here. Realizing that he's going to concede out the ramp control on Nickelback. Takes that swing and that kill. The bomb can make its way to the B side, but a core ready with flashbangs in tow. AUG swings back. If he can deny the bomb planter here, that could be huge, but no. Only the kill on Nickelback. The bomb can make its way towards site. Chance available to CT to swing right now. Dexter drops Crad. That's it. It's over. Mousesports have stolen it again. Winstrike down to the last few seconds, and that just loses everything for them. 60 seconds left for them to strike on it. Frozen with the M4, the only rifle in play for Mousesports, is going to be that first contact in play, though. If he goes down, you can basically guarantee the round there for Winstrike. The only chance that Mouse will have rests on him. Akor's going to try play something dirty there with his Deagle, but again, I have my doubts whether it will actually work. A Lion does get Dexter. When does the swing come through for Frozen? He heard the footsteps. Perfectly timed, but only finds one. And now all left to Akor in the corner. Okay. Yeah, no, I had that moment there. I was like, oh, sweet. Looking for even more. The CT side does not catch Frozen behind the blue box. Peeks into the wrong moment. Can only catch one player, and even then doesn't get the kill. Lackey in the second frag. 2-for-0 trades against Winstrike.
This is a huge off angle coming out from Bemis too. Trying to see if he can find a bit of a connection with the AWP strikes. Rob's trying to see if he can multi-frag back, get a couple of kills, looking to try and see if he can get a 3K.
What?
Oh, he lines him up and he finds 4! Oh, he baits out the AWP and he gets so much damage. Forrester now coming in for the vents position, and Rob's is getting the ace. A massive round in from Mousesports, and Winstrike have no idea what hit them.
What's this sequence? Yeah, the first 2 kills pretty standard, but what is this jump face? Baits in the AWP, does damage, lines him up again. That is stupid from Rops. A play that should never work, but it's the only one that actually could have done. No AWP for a Lion, like that broke the backs of the T's economy, and they're going fast out of this one, trying to see if they can force it out with sheer aggression. BMAS with that frag on the first, Crowd will take that frag back, turn up to a second. Rops for the AWP, trades back on towards into a 3-on-3 situation.
Krad's done well to get a couple of entries out, but they still haven't been able to get this post plant in. And now, just with the slow walk in, they've actually allowed the AWP to play a little bit more passive. Akor's now giving up the information that he's out towards a fence position, but the nades are great, and now a Lion's left to clutch for the T side.
Rops ready for another kill, and of course he takes it. It's Rops. Rops on ready. His smokes go towards the outside control, trying to siphon off the closer smokes rather than the further red box cross. Dexter taking damage regardless, thanks to the dueling of Forrester. I believe he got Akor in that particular exchange, so that's a kill found easy for the Winstrike side, and Frozen close range at the corner. Can he be the counter player again? Lucky not ready. Neither is Nick or back. A Lion trying to do some damage. There's a very awkward spray from the M4, and Winstrike can punish it. As they slow walk in, BMAS seeing incendiaries. Is Dexter going to burn? Apparently not. He can swing around, get that 1 kill. Crad, awkward spray transfer. Got to grab that bomb and get it planted at this stage. Rops will catch off the AWP of a Lion, but the bomb plant's got to come through. 2 versus 2. Is it coming in time? Oh no, it didn't. It's a hair too late. Crad goes down off time as well. And they won't opt to go for such a thing here. The nades are ready for Dexter. Him and BMAS here for the crossfire, locked and ready for the T-side to make their way forward. They have no such flashes, so they're going to be dry-facing. A nade back, Crad seen, edge of the smoke, bomb drop. BMAS can adjust against it. They'll burst into the edges. One player will grab that bomb, get it back downstairs. Lackey's going to wait, deal with Dexter, and hold off on the lurk. Forrester's got to get this bomb plant in. Lackey's got all the work to do, and they have seen presence out there towards ramp. They're going to slow it down again.
I'm surprised that they're slowing this. It's actually buying time for the CTs to get a little bit more comfortable. Rob's in the lower bomb side's been seen. Wide swing comes out. That's a big duel for Lackey to win, but he does get taken down low because of it.
Forrester still on a Galil, though. It would be nice if he can upgrade his weapon. 2 versus 2. He's going to get out of dodge. That nade at the ready. Lackey is known to be low. He's going to get the hell out of any common nade spots. BMAS facing, Lucky waiting to receive this player. Bait in from Forrester, flashbang coming over, chance to peek back for the AK. It's going to have to be a very risky sort of peek in because Lucky can go down so easy, and he knows it. Forrester gets that trade back, and now he's on 1 HP, 1-on-1 against a core. The AK set to the board, smoke down on the bomb itself. Can he spray? Yes, he can! Just winning the round, just keeping it together. Winstrike.
It looks like it's going to be nade lineups coming through towards an upper take. Try and get those flashes coming in over the top and just get those MAC-10s running forward. Flash coming through. A couple of those CTs blind. Nickelback kind in the first and the second. Even seeing that player on the edge of the main smoke, I believe. And for Mousesports, well, they haven't really been able to do much, unfortunately, in this eco round so far. Maybe try and see if they can find a couple of exit frags.
Rops would be very ballsy to try to go for a ninja. If he had a defuse kit and a smoke, I'd give it the opportunity. Crad. Or does go falling. Deagle's back. They're doing quite a lot of damage here, actually. If they catch him in the bomb blast, that could be decent enough. But Spray's still on Forrester, should back him up. Tap through the second man. And yeah, they can escape pretty nicely.
Retake coming through out towards that ramp entrance, and there's still a lurk in that outside position for the T side. Great nade out towards decontamination, and that's going to allow Dexter to try and peek with some distractions.
Opens up the decon door, a Lion shuts him down, 5 versus 3. And the CTs are saving, they're out of there. Mousesports want to hold on to their weapons. An Winstrike on map point, on Nuke, on Mousesports pick, remember. This is where things could get real interesting for these guys. They've already taken one, unlikely 2-0 today. If they take another one, that would be huge for them. Nickelback will go falling down in trade, but BMAS will also be dealt with by Crad. That's even less rifles for the Mousesports side to save, and with no money in the bank, relying exclusively on lost bonus, Frozen's got to stay alive. He took a shot, and he's going to pay for it. That is decimating to Mousesports. Scout of Rops, I should say, actually. It's not even an AWP. The AWP is on the Lion here. Winstrike, take those AKs up to play. Akor is ready towards Dark. Is he going to start facing? Again, Winstrike are going to run his clock low, so if he plays passive and denies that bomb planter at the very last second, that could be enough to take us to OT. Winstrike slow walking, Nickelback scene, that's a bomb kill. Big frag to find, Lucky's going to trade it. 4-on-3 still, Rops holding back with a scout, and they need to find the frag, they need to close down the double doors. 2 players cross, Lucky bomb, such low HP for him, the kill comes back, the trade for a Lion's good, but they can't get it down. This round is done. Mousesports keep us in play for Nuke at overtime. Sprays through, BMAS scene, sprayed up onto Lackey. Akor comes up with a kill. Forrest, the last man standing, and Dexter closes down the round. All 5 alive, 4 AK save for the CT side. Great start for him in that round, and what a way to turn it back around here for the Winstrike side. Akor and Lion going to get involved with the AWP plays. Up on top of Garage, Akor can only get 1 frag. Lion and Lucky will trade 2, but Dexter in the midst of smoke is again forcing forward. If he gets Nickelback to drop, that could be bomb dropped as well. Not ready for Lucky, though he still finds a trade. Well, Lion's not going to get his chance. Rops flashes him out, flashes himself as well. Peek back in, almost catches the player next, but Forrester's there with the AK ready against a very low HP AWP. It's all going to be left to BMAS. They've seen him, they've seen the tag. They won't go through with the kill. They'll just go right back into the B site and take control.
Oh, Bemis gets the read that maybe he thinks it's a fake towards low, and they go back up to upper. It's a risk to make. Oh my goodness, they might be doing it. They're bringing the bomb back towards the upper side, and now the bomb's hands of Beamers. A Lion's now got to be the one to try and clutch over for the T side. A big misread, and Bemis has read this so well.
No
He's going to be able to
way.
clutch the 1 versus 2. What a read, what a round, and Winstrike, they just played themselves.
We've got to get to match point first.
Now, all of these rounds are high-pressure situations. We're even seeing a flash coming in. Forrester a little bit sloppy, but him and Nickelback, not only have they got the kills, but they've been able to get back out of there. Frozen's even been seen on the lurk outside.
It's a case of who gets seen first and who's able to strike first. Nickelback's going to be the insurance policy. It's all going to rest on Crad to hold the majority of the defense. If Frozen starts peeking up, seen there, sprayed down. 2 standing here for Mousesports. Nickelback just continuing to hold his owners as the rotations are inbound. Incendiary is up, should draw the AWP out of position. Seen there, burning alive, peeked out. Crad, gets shot in the face, but Nickelback finds the trade. So Rops alone, 1v4. The bomb's also been dropped down vents as well, so he's got to act super quick and super confidently.
Yeah, might be able to find this pick onto Forrester. Low HP player knows that he's there, trying to get a bit of trigger discipline, but he's got to be quicker, right? The time is just not there on his side. Get that pick through, get the smoke down, swap over to the AWP. He's got to drop down into the vents, and there are 2 AWPers ready for him here for the Winstrike side. A Lion and Lucky are ready. Oh my goodness, he doesn't die somehow, and he picks up the bomb.
As if he's going to pull this off. If Rops clutches this. Mousesports, no. Lucky coming up with the kill. Still 5 CTs. Flash turned away from by Nickelback. Crad peeks up instead, gets Frozen, saw a second man as well. BMAS dropping that bomb in CT presence, and Mousesports are just giving up all the kills to Winstrike. Akor now last player seen, does get a wallbang on Nickelback, but it doesn't do much here. Too many layers, need to hit the headshot. Does turn on the line, that's a good shot. Not quite a second player though. And Winstrike back up on that point. Winstrike Waiting for an angle on Frozen, but Frozen gets the headshot on Nickelback. Starts things with the opening kill for Mousesports. Spray through on Forrester, doing damage to Rops, but it's a blind spray, just throwing it back and forth, hoping to catch up some sort of T-side presence. Dexter has walked out around. Meanwhile, Crad gets 2 kills. The bomb makes its way in towards the B play, though. They're downstairs already. CT's on rotation. 3-on-3 scenario.
CTs have got here quickly and Alliance out towards the double doors. AWP can't get that flick down, looking to try and re-peek back in, and they don't know about Crad. 2 kills in the round already, making a 3rd, and that might stop the bomb from going in. Crad looking to do more, can't quite do it. It's back to a 2v2 with a post plant.
Dexter swings, and BMAS gets the kill simultaneously, though. Mousesports 1 out for a core in this one. I think this is the one thing we haven't seen over the course of this map up. I don't remember it being there in regulation. Definitely hasn't been out towards OT, but Lion will still try and start things off with a great kill on a course. All that second man as well. Flicks back, swings from Dexter, dealt with. Oh! He lands Frozen through the wall on the headshot and all. Quadra against BMAS. Is it coming in? He's seen the player, he's seen the shoulder, he's seen the bait, but BMAS catches him off. Does get a response, but Lion has still found 3 kills towards outside, and the CTs can take control of this round from here.
What is that 3rd kill? What's going on there for a line out for Garage? A big, big round. That gets him up to 30 now. And Bemis has got to bring this round all back by himself. Bomb on the AWP, Jiggle peeking out towards the locker's position of Lucky. Would have seen him and connects the final bullet. 19 up for X Winstrike.
30 whole seconds remaining for them. Bemis pressing forward to the AKs, checking the back corners, checking the back of the shutter door. T-side players looking to drop in as well. Frozen with the Molotov towards the dark position, or at least trying to see if we can drive players out of that. I think I missed that molly. Orp in, shot not connecting. Can't even see the player. Nickelback then comes up with a kill. B-Mash trades it. Lackey still on site. Orp of a Lion goes awry, and Lackey gets traded. 5 seconds. The bomb plant can come through if a call gets his next frag. It might be round for Mousesports. No. Crad tries it. No! He's got it! He's just denied it. At the very last second, that bomb plant is going to go falling, and it goes 20-19 for X Winstrike. A little bit, up to $50 worth, 50 euros I should say actually, of bonus credit on skinbaron.com. You'll have a marketplace for CSGO skins. Nuke, you're out of marketplace for CSGO plays, and Frozen gets 2 kills on his play. Nickelback trades 1 to return, but still Mousesports have come out with an advantage. Dexter, right around this corner here, Nickelback. Might be aware of this. He's got the bomb on his back as well. Dexter does get traded. So that's a 3-on-3. A big headshot to find. Nickelback is still up at 6 though. Flash is in to try to go for the vent dive. Yeah, that's a good call. No one is downstairs. Rops will try get there with the AWP, but he's up against 2 T-side players. They're not being subtle about this. X Winstrike are giving away a lot of information. And you're up ready to face. Sees the one player jumping. Information gains. Smoke goes down across. Incendiary counter. Denied a bomb plant from afar, but a core gets Crad.
That's a really big kill, because that could have been him trying to see if he can cut off the rotations on the T side, and it actually goes the other way. Nickelback and Forrester have got to work together now in the 2v3, and there's a secret lurk coming in.
Not aware of this. Forrester back at a site. Nickelback could be traded. Orp ready. In observation, there's a flank coming in on Nickelback. He catches Rops, a core trades it. All on Nickelback now. Looks for BMAS. 1-on-1. Opens up the double doors. Rotating around towards Decod. It's an ace for Nickelback if he can make this happen. Drop down a core on the bomb. No time. Got to tap the defuse. Got to stick it. Switching out to the AK. Nickelback pressing forward to the smoke. Gets himself the kill. And the ace for map point again for X Winstrike.
Lots of nades here for the city side, and X Winstrike have actually taken the approach of taking back this ramp control. Molly going in, a very aggressive approach on T side.
Brad pressing, Nickelback goes down, he's got to deal with his lurker. Oh, a core misses Deagle's shot. It's mostly going to rest on Forrester though. He's got the majority of CT presence coming in. Flashbang completely opened up. It's all toxic now. Crad has got so much to deal with, and a core drops in with the Deagle as Mousesports get yet another round. There's a core with the opening kill. He tried to go to that boost over on Garage and Regulation, but didn't quite catch up a Lion. This time read it well. Will get traded, but Frozen aggressive responds to Lucky. 4 versus 3. Makes it 2 as he turns up on Crad. Hits a tight headshot. Looks for Nickelback as well. He'll only find 1 trade as Dexter responds. All on Forrester. The bomb outside as well. 1-on-3 for him. Deals with Dexter at least. Got to get himself 2 more frags. 1 heaven, 1 outside.
Bemis and Rops have just got to make sure they're playing together, making sure they're relying on one another for info. There's a lot of time for Forrester to work with, but it's the bomb drop that makes this situation so much more awkward. Rops holding out towards Squeaky, a smoke and a flash for Forrester to work with in this clutch.
And there's the kill from the AWPer, immediately dealing with the last, and we go to a third overtime. Not the bomb on his back here, they're going to act with that position in tow. Frozen gets tried to start things off. Orb turned away from, still gets the flick on Nickelback. That's 3 kills being found with the core chiming in as well. Forrester going to act real quick against Rops. He knows that he's here somewhere. Orb watching, lurking, creeping around, or he's found the right position, gets that frag involved. An next Winstrike trying for something quick, but this time Mousesports are ready for it. 1 versus 5 for a Lion, and this round is over.
A great hold from Robs out towards that ramp position. Decent shot out from a line, but he's going to have to pull off a few more of those. Smoke go down, flash with it, just trying to peek through Ormond. Get the NWP down for onto Robs, but a triples to come through on the CT side.
There's a player that fell off the rafters area. Frozen's going to try and rotate back through the vents areas. One player gets out into the open. BMAS holding back to the back corner. Frozen ready for some sort of flank. It's not coming through. There is a player lucky that's starting to move up against a position. Oh, but they evade each other. Of core gets the opening kill. Vent dive attempted. 2 frags found against the T side nature. Lackey can get a trade towards outside, but now they need to get towards the B side, get the bomb plant in. A Lion, Tech 9 out, sees a core. Orb v Tech battle, tap to the head. Looks for the second round, but the bomb's going to come through. It's been dropped meanwhile. And that's it. It's done. Mousesports, they have the half again.
I think you're right. Jeez, what an entry that was from Robs. And he did it all by himself. Retake's got to try and come through from the CTs, but how can you even do it? They've got the util. Alliance just being spammed up from a lurk on top of Silo outside from Frozen. What a beautiful round this has been for Mousesports.
Nickelback getting a core next. 2 standing, 1 standing. Winstrike ripped apart by that aggression. Rops, what a round from him. 3 kills to his name in the end. Mousesports not finding that opening pick that they suspect. Crad is out there in the corner. Rops will find Forrester in the end. M4 v AK. AK catches him at the end of the smoke. 4 on 3 now. Advantage for Mousesports. This can start to slip away from Winstrike. Nickelback's going to get taken back. So's a Lion. Orpanek Lucky just about sees Robs, but now he's got the AK picked up. Catching a core in the corner. Trying to bait in the shot. Gets that kill. Got a transfer back towards lobby. The bomb's gone down. 3 kills up for him. Molotov in. Frozen. Burns him alive. Past his graveyard. 25-22. At long last, Mousesports will secure nuke, but what an effort it was for Winstrike.
They want to try and split their way into B.
Out in from the mid control. Frozen gets that frag on Nickelback. Face on the next 2 players. Rops there at the scaffolding position. Hold down a headshot of his own right. Crad and Forrester with 2 trades. Dexter, however, coming up with 2 frags back from the CT spawn. Left all towards a Lion in a 1 versus 3. He has crept up into the bomb site, but with the bomb out of his control, he can't secure the plant easy. Can't force the issue back on Mousesports. He's got to fight here.
Lion's just got to hope that the CTs give him up some individual 1v1s, but even that's going to be a difficult ask. P250, Raid Boss set up, hoping to try and see if he can take a bit of a duel onto Robs, but even he's not peeking out from that window position. Finally going over towards that right-hand side, him with a double, and so of Dexter. What a great crossfire being set there.
Long control, Frozen with the frag back, taps through, Nickelback, Deagle up, taps on of his own right, but can't quite find the kill on Dexter. A core's head being seen, dink down, Crad, still can't find the kill. In the end, he refaces and gives up his life, but BMAS responds alongside Dexter to deal with Nickelback and Crad, so Lackey and a Lion, last 2 players left, both sprayed up by the SMG of Frozen, and a simple 2-0 for Mousesports. The main focus is going to be this short presence. Dex are going to support with the SMG at Goose. Are they going to check Goose at all? No, they won't. Crad goes down for it. He transfers straight towards Nickelback. The nade from Dexter can finish off the kill as BMAS holds Trace to a 2-on-2. A Lion on site looking around with the AWP. Nades up, flashes over a Lion, waiting with the orb scoped in. BMAS is going to hear it. Shadow seen, but still the kill comes through for the Fama. Lackey now alone. BMAS tapping that bomb, trying to force him out. A core with the orb, locks on, gets the frag.
Frozen playing a little bit of a crossfire out with his teammate, trying to see if he can actually find a bit of a gap in that smoke, pushing quite far forward of it, and just finds nothing in return. Forrester finding a kill up for the T side, and even the player on site's being seen from Bemis.
Yeah, him and Rops in very awkward positions. 25 seconds. They could, in theory, still deny the bomb plant at the right moment. Damage being done. Nickelback being seen at default. We'll just go for the default plant. BMAS knows where it is. They do find 2 kills, actually. So a 3 versus 2 situation. Damage has been done to Lackey and Nickelback, but they have legged him straight there through the Gandalf position. The damage being done. Nickelback turned away from AWP. Sees 2, only gets 1. Trade good for Lackey, and Winstrike just barely hold on to that round.
And for Winstrike, it's a start, right? Yeah, it may be a bit slow. They might be 1-4 down, but at least they've got something going on Dust 2 now. How can they follow up? Another fast challenge out towards his long position. Flashes everywhere. Dexter finds that first, not quite that second, but Krad's looking to continue fight, and he finds a double entry. A great display from him.
4-on-3 situation. Gain here by Winstrike. Trades are looking real good for them. To the clock now. Frozen tapping in of his own right past that smoke, hoping to catch off somebody here, but you can see the patterns they want to go for. He still lands a kill on Nickelback. Is that going to set up the retake here? They're starting to advance further forward of this. They're going into CT spawn. They're at least looking for damage here on the exit frags. They're not ready for Krad's reposition, however. He's there in the mid control. An all battle won by Alliance. Surely should force that last player away. No, he swings on the next player. Gets a 3k, gets the round. And equally as quickly repositions back towards long control. Won't see the T-side player that's out there. We'll see the Molotovs and smokes coming in, however, towards that short control. Perfect timing on a flashbang. He's ducked down. Little does he know the Mac 10's creeping. And Nickelback gets his next kill alongside Krad dealing with Frozen. And well, Winstrike, they might have had some problems when it came to getting started, but now that they are going like the clappers here. 4 all to the board. Mousesports, Rops, he's just got to save.
4 players staying alive for the T-side. Rop's just holding on to the M4. This is going to have to be another sort of half buy. They've got a decent amount of loss bonus behind them now. 3,400 in the next round, so they can afford to...
You go back in on Frozen, watching with the smokes down, tapping. BMAS with his own deagle up, sees 2 players lining up, can't get those kills together in the end. Krad and Nickelback get the frags. A core grabs an AK. Him and Dexter are going to try for some sort of retake here. It's a very risky stuff, but... Mousesports have a buyback in the next round, so they can potentially go for it. Krad does find Dexter, though, so now, of course, best bet is the hold onto the AK. That'll be more valuable to the CT side here.
A bit of a moment. I know we saw one in the last round, probably to discuss what they want to do on the Eco and then what they want to do in the following rifle, but they've got to respond, and they've got to respond quickly.
Finding off the big green gun, but he blind fire. He almost caught 2. Does take down Lackey in the end. Good shot. 3 players standing. Further utility coming forward. Frozen does get Forrest. The Nickelback trades it back in with the T-side line, but Rops pressured in by the T-side forces. Knows that they're all around him. Still fixed on Krad. 3 kills to his name. Needs to get that quadra, but Dexter comes in to support, so maybe he doesn't. Didn't work out well for them last time, and Rops is still here with the AWP. He's got no backup, though. He falls back to a passive position here at the window control. Sees Nickelback, shot not connecting. Flick back past the smoke, also not finding anything either. Krad eventually isolates that headshot, and it looks like Mousesports might call in the save.
Jeez, those couple of kills from Krad were excellent. A line even catches off the D player in CT, and now they've seen Dexter. You're right about this save call. There's no way they're going to be able to bring this together. Decent shot coming through from Dexter as he gets 2 kills. Hang on a moment, they might want to try and go for this now.
No way he does this. Counter backstab, but BMAS, he has no idea the player in the mid doors. Oh, Nickelback can still flank, he'll still take him down. Focus on BMAS here for the spray, but he still gets the M4 kill back. 1v1, but he's not got time. If Dexter stayed alive, he could have held that together. If he got that backstab on the B-door player, then sure, but no. He will rest in the favour of Winstrike as they go 6-5 up.
Yeah, they've got to just unleash Krad, because his entries in these last few rounds have been what's really helping them. Rob's getting close up towards this smoke. I thought he was just going to try and get flashed in. Beamus actually making an aggressive play towards short, and double orbs are playing on A here for the CTs.
Rops is considering some sort of angle, flick back, not connecting. Rops is still so close to the elevator angle, they didn't see him. Bomb plant secured, the lion goes down. Lackey waiting for them to come up. Nickelback deals with 1 and 2 towards short. Lackey finds another kill and flicks back to the head of Frozen. What an adjustment from him. What a round for Winstrike. By comparison to the orbs and AKs we see, that's nothing.
Oh, all right. Well, it was only going to happen at some stage. Someone was going to be able to hit that shot, and it seems like it was the CTs who have got another one out towards a short position. The half buys looked very successful so far. Krad's at least been able to give something back to the T side, and they've already taken that map presence out towards of Longhouse, but they are still down by 1. Yeah, they've got to get these cross smokes down. get their way over. Flash is great to at least allow Lucky to get over to that right-hand side. Other smoke has not gone through as of yet for Nickelback. Finally going down. Mousesports have got so many players in and around the A side, and even a player out towards Get Right who hasn't been checked as of yet. How do they try and play this? Time is incredibly low. Bemis and Rops work together, and Mousesports, that might be one of the most convincing rounds we've seen yet.
Flash is over. Dexter watching with the AK in tow. Off of the core. Looking back to the back lines as Dexter looks on from the ramp position. 17 seconds. That's Crab with a drive-by shot dealing with the AWP. They've got to find Dexter real quick. Got to go for that bomb plant down in the short position. Lucky seen taking back 4-on-4 in the post-plant angle. Orpa also being caught off guard, but Dexter doesn't get the frag. Meanwhile, lurking towards mid. Forrester dealt with. Dexter gets a kill. Crab finds that trade, looks back towards the long position. He is one of two rifles. The Orp on shore looking back against CT spawn. Rops is dealt with. Orp picked back in. Not ready for Frozen and not ready for BMAS either. The right call, Winstrike all set up here towards the tunnel's entrance. Frozen, top of the moose boxes here. Crowd's going to get dealt with by Robson, gets another good kill. AK up for 2 sprays, and he does take 2 players down. So 8-7 for Mousesports. Confidence being shown by the end of that CT side, but Winstrike got their licks in.
A line looking up towards that top and mid position with a teammate as well. Very difficult shots to hit that long range.
Meanwhile, close range engagements coming in towards the tunnels area. Lucky's going to get Rops. A core did find Crad, so now BMAS striking against 2 players. Going to get his second kill on the Nickelback. No! 25 HP. He barely stays in play to a 3-on-3 situation, but that could have been a huge play. A core got a P250 now, not on the raid boss. He's got no Kevlar for it. Still catches Nickelback, but Nickelback just jumps around the corner, sticks his barrel down his throat, and takes a 3-on-2.
I'm pretty sure he got that kill in the mid-air, and damage has been done up towards the longhouse. Dexter finds the first, and the short play has been dealt with. Lucky is now got to be the one to try and clutch. They line up for a moment, but it's the Forrester. Yeah, that would have been hurt. Dexter wants to try and fight, and he does swing straight out into the open. That scout not quite holding the angle for long enough, and Robs has been able to sneak in towards his short position, but they need more here at the T side. They've got to be able to try and get an overextension.
Shot on, connecting to Frozen, peeking back for a little bit more. Lion makes it a triple. Not quite the quadra. Rops finally shuts it down to the back line. Frozen moving up. And catches off Forrester, but Rops dealt with. Bomb plant now coming in for the AK. It's a 1 versus 2. Frozen is tagged. He can still fall down. Lucky peeks up with a scout. He's been seen. He tags up Frozen. And the UMP of Forrester starts moving in as well from the short control. Can't see him. The Deagle drive-bys.
A line just being baited up towards that top mid position. T-side getting very early contact out from the upper tunnels, and Forrester, we finds the first pick.
BMAS takes Lucky back. M4A1 Esther going to sweep up here towards this long control. Forrester gets 2 kills. Frozen can trade back, so 3 versus 2. Winstrike holding their own, eventually turning it to 1 as the scout shot connects to Frozen next up. Bomb in CT control, and it looks like the Russians might take the lead back from Mousesports once again. A core in this 1-on-3 situation surely should not be able to turn around a clutch.
Try and see if he can maybe pull some attention away, get his way into CT, but the crowd's already watching that angle. Double digits now up for the Winstrike side. I don't think he'll be able to upgrade to that AK. Yeah, they've got a lot of time to set up, don't they? Beamer's still that hard lurk outside of the longhouse. A couple of nades to try and see if they can bait out the Orpa. Jeez, what a shot coming out from Frozen. A line didn't even see that coming. Now they've got to pick out towards CT. They can go wherever they want.
5-on-3, they're still going to push up this short control. Nickelback's alone on the site. Flash keeps everybody blind, but he doesn't capitalise on the kills. A core immediately finds him. Lucky and Forrester backed up to save the weapons. Mousesports with a very confident take of the A site.
And now, double digits, a 10th round up for Mousesports. Not going hunting all the way over towards the B site, realising that actually...
Caught off some damage on BMAS past the smoke, but damage being done by further HGs coming into the CT side. 4 versus 4. Gap in that smoke they can try and abuse. Crad comes up with 1 kill on Dexter, but Frozen lines up 2 through the smoke. Now the Orp of a line, desperate to strike, but can't land his flicks. Can't get the kills. 1 HP for Frozen. He still finds a triple. That nade should finally finish him off. But with Forrester being alone, it's very easy for the trade to come back for the remaining Mousesports players, and indeed they will do so.
Now, that was a very forward frontal lurk coming through from Rops, trying to work on the edge of the smoke, and even Frozen's been able to get out from the mid doors, and Crad now bounces back. Now it's just going to be the play-in towards the B side. Xe, Dexter trying to see if he can jiggle peek. Orpa not missing that shot. This is looking to be a perfect round from Winstrike. They've even got a lurk towards top mid now.
Get the frag on a court. Easy for a Lion. 1v5 for BMAS. He'll do his best. He'll fight hard, but he won't get anything out of this. Crad creeping up the back lines though. Oh, this backstab could be everything right now for Winstrike. The AWP of Alliance watching, but they can all line up. Of course, seen spray transfers, and Crad mows them all down. Rops alone, left for dead. We'll catch Nickelback at least, but this round is over. It's a 13th for Winstrike. Or backing up, M4 looking on. Peeks in, gets the kill, Nickelback, 2 left standing. Forrester with a nade down. They know where him is. They know where he and Lackey are. Good AWP shot back from 1. Returned by a core. Lackey's got to focus so close towards the site itself. He's not ready for BMAS's AK. Kill for him. A core with 3 of his own. Utility up. AWP of a Lion. Needs backup. He couldn't hold on his own previously. There's a gap in that smoke because when we crosses past it, takes a ton of damage. Mousesports pressing all 3 players on, giving a bit of room here as they slow down for Winstrike to rotate back. The AWP shot misses out for a Lion. Lackey gets AWP repositioned close range here at the ramp position, so they know that the bomb plot is coming in for this. How are they going to respond to this? How is the retake coming in from Winstrike? Apparently with Lackey swinging up, getting us to 2 players. AWP in of a Lion, still missing his shots. Taps through the AK, Frozen can't burst up. Now Dexter behind the rice bags, dealt with by Lackey the same, and Winstrike. AWP in, flashes over, T-side players making their way up. Dexter gets that first kill on Forrester. Lackey in the back lines, lands a leg shot, not quite a kill. Taking damage, Dexter swings out wide, gets the secondary frag. Crowd gets 1 trade dropped by Rops. And now Frozen dealing with exit frags. Tech9 can't get it, but you're right, they are saving. Getting out of dodge at this stage. As the 14th goes to the board of Mousesports, Winstrike can't quite get it.
Doesn't quite happen. 14 now up for Mousesports.
Mousesports pressing onto long control. A Lion holding steady. Flashbang. Shoulder bait causes him to miss his first shot, but now going to flash back in and re-peek towards it. T-side players on the way. Nickelback here to line them up. Get this round together here. Winstrike losing a player. A call comes back up. AK towards mid. Forrester gets the trade. 3 on 3. 15 seconds. Time's running short. AWP flick back. Not connecting for a Lion. He's forced away towards the short control. Back on the default plot. It will come through for Mousesports.
Oh, 3 on 3, and these footsteps are already being heard out towards the longhouse. Crad only finding 1 in that position, and Frozen doing damage. A Lion incredibly low, and now comes down to Bemis to try and clutch. 1 versus 2, low HP players down on both here for the Winstrike side to try and get this retake together. They've got kits in play, no more util to face. The shadow being seen, Bemis and the second, we go to OT, 15-15!
Uses the bait and switch to trade to a 4 versus 4, and Dexter gets caught off guard by Crad. Lackey dealt with on the site itself. Rops keeps it at a 3 on 3. Finds Crad as well out towards the B door. Spray with the AUG. Works up well to maintain the kill advantage for Winstrike. Mousesports need to get this bomb to the site and get planted back here. The retake is on the advantage for the CT side. In the back lines, the AK. A call with the M4. On side, AWP look in the back corner, does catch him, no, a call gets that frag, and BMAS with his kill. A Lion with the AUG backed up, looking for the headshot, desperately can't seem to land it. It's tag damage at best for him. Kit's in play, but of course swings back, gets his 2K.
That's a much needed play to come out for a Lion, help build up his confidence in overtime. Nickelback, does he just get dry-faced in by the T side? He does. That's a huge duel coming through from Frozen, and now there's only 1 more player at B.
Discombobulated for Mousesports though, 2 smokes down to the same position. Forrester left alone in the back corner of the site. Will he get checked here? No, he won't. Frozen drops that bomb. Rops trades back with the AWP. 2 on 2. Him and Akor both with Forrester with the M4s doing better though. 2K all left to Rops now. He's been the main man of the Mousesports side in this series, but it's not enough to get the 3-0. Might not have done, but they do have the man advantage. They can work with that here. They should know about that. Frozen starting to arrest the Longhouse. Oh, this is easy. Easy as chips, they say. 3 left for Mousesports. 1 of which is tagged so heavily. AWP in, flash over. AK lining up the spray on towards the man. A call goes down. Dexter with 2 frags. Trying to make it a 3K. And a 4th! The Aussie comes from a lad down under and overturns the Mousesports side. Winstrike have lucky to clutch in 15 seconds. He's tagged so heavily that nade won't land to Rops, and Rops finishes the job. What a round from Dexter! And ex-Winstrike push into the longhouse. Rops is trying to adjust with the AWP. Try catch an angle off a line, but if this slow face works better for the T side, then this could be an advantage for ex-Winstrike to turn it around. 2 shots taken, none of them connect. 3 shots taken, none of them connect. The AK is there, Lucky comes up, but Dexter gets 2 more kills. It's all on Forrester. He's got a frag back, needs to find a 1 versus 3. Reloading the AK, check it out from ramp. If he plants towards long, though, he's a goner. Does he read this? I think he does. He checks out long, 40 seconds. Resistance coming in thick. He's got to turn that to the left-hand side, spray through, gets that 1 frag, and gets the second! Winstrike, just don't die! Mousesports right on the edge of the win, but... Re-smoke down, but Frozen could be that first responder. Should be a cover-up position thanks to that 1 smoke back. 30 seconds for ex-Winstrike. They're going to have to act now. Rops with his back turn. Frozen with the M4. Edge of it, catches Nickelback, sprays through, unlucky, doing damage to Forrester will get the trade. All the Rops now with the orb versus 3. 1 player still creeping up the short control here for the T side line. They finally smoked off. They can try and get up onto the side, and Crad coming in for the backstab now. Is the core ready for this? Yes, he is. The kills come back. It's on Forrester. Bombs drop. 7 seconds. It's too late. It's all gone. The flashbang keeps everybody blind. He gets the kill, but there is no time. He's left to fall. Mousesports, at long last, get it together, and they win the map and the series 2-0 in the grand finals. Ex-Winstrike had a run and a half, but they couldn't go past the final hurdle.